Nick Revolt, Marty, we know, is with us. Hey, Nick.
Good morning, everybody.
Good morning, Nick.
How are you guys?
You're a breath of fresh air as always, looking stunning, smelling sweet.
Fabric softener.
Is that it? Is that the
That's
secret?
It's a secret.
Fabric softener is the secret?
So you put the stuff in and then just a little bit of fabric
Are
softener.
you happy to share the
Makes-
brand?
Well, let's try and commercialise it first.
Yeah, no, good call. Why would you ever endorse a brand that isn't paying you? I couldn't agree more,
Good
Nick.
call.
We've built you a new opener, mate, because
Yeah.
last week
that right?
you were sort of like, what, couldn't have a new opener? Well, we
no.
took that feedback on board.
Okay.
Here it is.
Yes.
Winner of Celebrity MasterChef 2021. Here he is again. It's a big Revolt. Revolt. Here comes Revolt. Mark's taking the goal square like Revolt.
How's that? Yeah. Happy with that?
I think I like the old one.
No, DC, he's only joking.
I'm only kidding. I'm only joking.
Magical.
Who did I create that work for?
DC
DC.
behind
Oh,
you.
sorry, mate.
Yeah.
Sorry.
He loves it. He
But
loves
I
making
did
those.
enjoy that. A bit of variety in there
great.
this time, you know. Not just footy stuff. It was
Before we get into the round, we were just debriefing over Rioli's go to the tribunal, get off the tribunal, AFL do nothing about judgment tribunal issues.
Staggered.
Staggered. We just watched it together, and the point you made, which is a great point, is that you feel as though he wasn't playing the ball.
Well, I just think where we've gotten to with concussion, with all of the rule changes, the overhaul, the focus on it. I mean, that there is a lot of noise, but just bubbling away beneath the surface at the moment, ready to like. I think this is the next big issue for the AFL.
Absolutely.
The players are going to start to take on the league,
Totally.
and it's happening now. We've heard about Daniel Venables.
Yes.
So it's real and it's happening. So then when Rioli got a week, I was very surprised that he only got a week. And then when I saw West Coast were appealing, I thought, how on earth are they appealing this? And the trouble is that there is so much wiggle room within the framework set out by the AFL and the MRO that basically legal jargon and intentional versus careless and careless versus reckless and all of this legal sort of technicality means that there are windows to exploit and windows to undermine the system, and that's exactly what's happened here. And he ends up getting off. You must be kidding me.
So the issue for you as an ex-player is as he approaches that contest, he does have eyes for the ball for a period of that approach, but then when it gets a bit hot in the kitchen, he turns his body away from the ball and appears to protect himself whilst also, unfortunately...
Well, my opinion is that if you are truly playing the ball, you keep yourself open in that situation and you play the ball. So in the end, he ends up tucking and protecting himself, which you know a lot of people would say you're prepared to do. But I think we've moved past that. Like this was the Patrick Dangerfield one from last year, where he leaves the ground, he tucks to protect himself, but he collects someone and he
Jake
pays
Kelly,
he pays the price. So I'm absolutely blown away by this and the AFL's lack of endeavour in not challenging it.
Did it go straight to the try? It didn't even get a free kick, so it had to go through our old mate from Collingwood,
It
didn't
went
it?
through the MRO, Michael Christian,
Yeah.
which was graded as a week.
Yeah.
West Coast appeal, he
Yeah.
gets off. The AFL come out and make a statement that they disagree with the result, that they think it's an action that they want out of the game.
And then they
yet
don't appeal
yet
it.
They don't appeal it because they didn't
Strange.
feel there was enough room within the technicalities that were presented in the original appeal that they would be successful. So, gee, the AFL are the custodians of the game. The AFL are the ones that are providing the so-called safe workplace in this hotbed of concussion. Yet this one in round one.
I know.
Start of the
Does it
year,
need more than
he's
one?
allowed to get through to the keeper.
That MRO has changed shape many times over the years as well, under different names. Does it need more than one bloke? Should there be a conversation happening at that level before it goes to the tribunal?
I think the issue is the framework in which it all operates. So, I mean, the fact that Sam Draper got off a roundhouse to the guts as well means that you can go out and punch a player in the stomach and know that you will not get suspended. You are only going to cop a fine. So round one, and it's a mess for the AFL.
How concussion-wise, have you had any sort of issues? Do you feel within yourself that you've got through that playing career from a concussion point of view in one piece?
I think that's the great unknown, Marty. Is a lot of the and I
Does it worry
had
you?
issues. I had issues on the way through. At times, yeah, because you read a lot about the later in life effects, and that's why it's incumbent upon the AFL and the players and everyone to adhere to the changing landscape. And it's always the tug of war, hard, tough footy against protecting the future of not just AFL players, but kids that play the game, people at all levels, because this is an area where we're now learning a lot about what can happen later in life. And the trouble is, CTE and all these things, you don't find out until it's too late.
Nick Riewoldt is here and looking forward to another fantastic round of AFL, Nick.
Yeah, I am, Marty. I mean, round one was incredible. What did you guys think?
I really
who
enjoyed
went
it.
along? Did anyone go to the footy?
No, I didn't. I couldn't go. Was
were
I
in-
away?
Yeah,
I think
we
I
were
was
away.
I was
Yeah.
working. I
Yeah.
was doing stand-up in the city.
You didn't go and watch the Blues?
I didn't. I'm not very good at going to watch them. I can only watch when I know we're all right.
How does that
It's a
work?
stunning admission. Just a real proper
So you've had 5 years off
bandwagon
the
type.
Blues.
maybe a little long,
More
maybe a
than that,
couple
about
decades.
20.
Yeah. Well, let's start with tonight. I mean, they were great. Carlton, they were really impressive. I had a few friends, the Carlton supporters, booked grand final tickets after the game last week, which might have been a little bit premature. But they were good. The Bulldogs will be smarting off their round one defeat against the D's, who were great. And
Did you enjoy the Luke Beveridge, Tom Morris scenario that unfolded post-game?
the way that went down is, it's late at night, and quite often the press conferences are very uneventful. So when we're told to stick around, we're going to take the press conference, and we're the only ones in the MCG. The cleaners have moved in. They're operating in between the seats, and then that happens. It was pretty remarkable. I've never seen anything like that before.
He's always had a us versus them mentality, Luke Beveridge, but that was ridiculous to single a guy out in front of his own peer group and speak to him the way that he did. What subsequently has followed with Tom Morris is Tom Morris's issue.
Yeah.
But at that time, before we knew the rest of the WhatsApp stuff about Tom, I thought it was really poor form and still do.
Yeah, so he'll sort of be probably a little bit a little bit coy, I guess. Bevo, he's spoken and released a statement and all of that, and the best way to really put that behind him and put that behind the Bulldogs is to come out and deliver on the field.
And if he's a petulant child going forward at these press conferences and gives it a bit of yes, no, then he's a turd.
Would you go along to a press conference?
No.
Oh, you sure?
I reckon you get in a good back and forth.
Yeah.
You know what I'd hope?
Yes.
You know what
I'd watch that press conference.
Yeah.
You know what I'd hope that Luke Beveridge does is really be really mature and answer football questions with a football mind.
I think he will.
I hope he does.
I think he will.
I hope there's no carryover.
Yeah, and if they, the best, like I said, results. If people want to link that moving forward, if the Bulldogs don't deliver on the field, so it's an important game for the Dogs. An 0-2 start on the back of a grand final wouldn't be ideal for them, and the Blues are up and about. Mind you, they have a great round one win, and then all of a sudden they're without their coach, of course. Michael Voss has contracted COVID, so he won't be there, and Adam Cerra and Jack Martin won't be playing either, with the spicy cough issues. What else do we like from the
Sydney
weekend?
Geelong?
Sydney Geelong, yeah, absolutely. So we're going to be on buddy watch until he gets there, until he kicks his 1000th goal. He's got 4 to get. I mean, like we were all thinking round one, he's going to do it and it's going to be great. There's no guarantee against Geelong. I mean, Geelong defend as well as anyone as a team in the competition, and they were great last week. Geelong, geez, I loved what they came out and did against a side like everyone was talking about. The Bombers are on the up, the Cats are on the way down. Where are they sort of going to meet in this round one contest? And it was over it halfway through the first quarter.
Yeah.
They absolutely smashed them. But it's all about buddy and until it's not.
So Fraser Gehrig 2004, was
Yeah.
that the only 100 goals you were part of?
Yeah. Well, I think that's the second last time it occurred. And
Yeah.
then Buddy in 2008.
How long did that take from memory to...
It was about 10 minutes.
Yeah, well, they've
Yeah.
allotted a 20-minute. They're talking
Have
about a 20-minute break.
Yeah.
which seems a bit.
I think
extravagant.
because I think this is something that everyone will want to get involved in. Whereas Fraser did it, we were at Footy Park in Adelaide in a prelim. So there weren't a stack of St Kilda supporters there. One guy that did make it onto the field was Stephen Baker, my teammate's dad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Was
right.
on the ground, and I look across, and we're 2 goals up in a prelim. We've got all the momentum, and there's Stevie Baker having a chat with his old man. It's like, come on, mate, get off the field. We're trying to win
now's
a
not
game
the
of footy
time.
here. But that was incredible. You couldn't have had a more reluctant bloke in that situation either than Fraser Gehrig. He just wanted to be anywhere else once people came onto the field. But the CEO's endorsed it.
Yeah, he's
Hasn't he?
basically
Really?
said
Yeah.
have a go.
Said,
There'll be no
serious,
repercussions.
not serious. Go out and have some fun, but
Don't be idiots.
Don't be an idiot about it. Don't touch the players, and that'll be a magic moment. Never
What about
happen
the
again.
mighty North versus West Coast? We've hardly
what did you
talked about
think? Did you see
that.
Well, Willie's playing.
Mate, I thought we played really well round one.
Yeah, you were good.
Well, you're not really talking it up.
Well,
you almost seem disappointed.
Yeah, no, you're okay. You're okay. I thought you're okay. I mean, I don't think anyone thinks Hawthorn are going to do anything super special this year. You're good for a half, and then ran out a little bit of legs. You played a lot of big blokes. Geez, you were tall. You looked a little bit cumbersome in the last half, and I think
West Coast have got a lot of injuries.
Yeah,
if we're
they
ever
do.
going to beat West Coast,
well,
this is
now's
the
time.
weekend.
Where's that? Is that here?
Marvel, yep.
Marble.
Marble, yeah.
I'll pencil that one in.
Yeah,
Really.
pencil that one
Pencil
in
it
confidently.
Yeah, very.
Anything else? What about your boys? Freo?
Oh, gee, they were disappointing, the Saints. They were really poor. So I always think it's good when you have it on the back of a really ordinary performance, the opportunity to get on a plane, go away as a group together and really just galvanise. So perfect time to head to Fremantle. They're not a bad footy side, Freo. So, look, it's a big one. You don't want to go 0-2 with the draw that they've got early where there are opportunities to win games. It would make it very, very tough from there to make a run.
Final thoughts, observations?
The kids. I thought the kids in round one were great.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like
they were
all the young
phenomenal,
blokes. There were
weren't
some
they?
phenomenal
The
debuts.
kid from Essendon. I
Kid
know
from
he's 20,
Nick
but
Martin,
Jesus.
kick 5. Rochelle from Adelaide, kick 5. Dacos was awesome. Horn Francis did a couple of nice little things. And Hayes, 2.0 for St Kilda. Not Lenny Hayes. No one will ever be as good as Lenny Hayes.
No.
A few people thinking, I think BT might have gone with, he's the best Hayes to have played with St Kilda, which was just disgusting.
That's
Like,
BT.
wash your
Just-
mouth
just
out. Everyone loves Lenny Hayes.
Slightly missed it again.
But he
BT.
was very good. Great to see the emergence of some great young talent.